America don't enter Nigeria. And as they enter Nigeria, Nigeria government no let them come up for Abuja. They hold these people for Abuja because of how they want to hide wetin dey happen for Nigeria. They say make these people no move and each make they go back from Abuja. So these people may come, no agree. So they can't drag with Nigeria government. After a lot of dragging, they can finally go Benue State when these things they happen recently. You know, say for Benue State, now there different things they happen. That time a very dark man can't go that place, can't go the video wetin government don't let people see online. So they can't say they must go that place by themselves. And as they talk like this, so they Benue State and wetin these people don't reveal for Nigeria, you know go believe them. And as they watch this video, maybe they share this video so that more people will see this thing may they happen. Because for Nigeria, we don't know see this kind of things don't happen since. But as this man don't go the place, this man don't drop all the updates and all the information make government they hide for us since. And according to this man, when he go Benue State, this man can't record talk say for Benue State alone, say more than 6,000 Christians. Now all these people don't kill. You hear which they talk so 6,000 people now they don't kill Benue State. And this information will they get so we never hear them since because the government of Nigeria they cover this thing. So maybe they share this video, maybe they see and so. And this man don't carry this report, go back to US like this now, go tell them say see what they happen for Nigeria. Say maybe waiting that they think say the thing they more than waiting that they think since. And this information with this man carry go back to US so now waiting Nigeria government no more thing happen because with this information so Donald Trump will send the army, may they come Nigeria, may they come fish out these bad boys because the thing too much, the number too much. And in case you never see this video on how this man enter Benue State and everything made this man reveal for Benue State, may you watch the video.
U.S. Representative Riley Moore, who is in Nigeria on a fact-finding mission, has shared harrowing accounts from Christian internally displaced persons in Benue State following his visit to IDP camps in the north-central state. Congressman Moore, in a post on X, documented testimonies of extreme violence that has displaced over 600,000 Christians in Benue State alone. He stated that he met dozens of Christians who were driven from their homes and that they told harrowing stories that would remain with him for the rest of his life. And I'll read Riley Moore's post on X in part. He wrote, "There are more than 600,000 Christians in IDP camps in Benue State alone. These Christians should be able to live in their ancestral homeland without fear of genocidal Fulani." Well, Riley Moore's visit to Benue IDP camps brings renewed international attention to the humanitarian crisis in the state, the characterization of the violence as genocidal, and the emphasis on religious targeting may very well increase pressure on the U.S. government to make a stronger stance on Nigeria's security challenges, particularly regarding religious freedom concerns. And of course, the U.S. House of Appropriation responded to Riley Moore's post on X, and they wrote, "America will not look away as innocent lives are stolen," directed by the President of the United States. Appropriators led an on-the-ground mission to inform a report on Christian persecution in Nigeria and guide policy recommendation. Religious freedom and atrocity response are central to our NSRP bill. And I'll take a reaction from a Nigerian user on X. He wrote, "I have to say, I'm genuinely surprised at the amount of effort the U.S. is putting into these congressional hearings. A big delegation in Nigeria going around the country and talking to actual people. Nigerian leaders don't even care that much about this stuff. Very weird and interesting." Ayo, meanwhile, last week, former Niger Delta militant leader Asari Dokubo berated Reverend Ezekiel Dachimo, the chairman of the Church of Christ in Nations in Plateau State, who has been outspoken about the severity of the Christian genocide in Nigeria. Well, in the video that made the rounds on social media, Asari Dokubo warned Dachimo to stop spewing the genocide narrative in Nigeria, describing Dachimo as a fake pastor and a pathetic, pathological liar. Let's take a look.
Dachimo, if I place curse on you, you will not last 24 hours. Wallahi billahi bi iznillah. You will not last 24 hours because you are a fake and you are a liar. There's hardly any crisis in the north that is rooted in religion.
All right, Asari Dokubo has spoken again. The last time he spoke, he said he was going to challenge the U.S. President Donald Trump if he were to bring boots on ground in Nigeria. Now he's here saying that there's no Christian genocide in Nigeria. I'll take this reaction before I come to you, Ayo. Meanwhile, terrorists holding the wife and daughter of murdered Anglican priest Venerable Edwin Achi has released disturbing photographs showing a machine gun pointed at the captives. The images were shared on the late priest's hijacked Facebook account. Venerable Archie was kidnapped alongside his wife, Sarah, and their daughter from their Kaduna residence on October 28th. Despite the family raising ransom funds, the priest was killed after nearly a month in captivity. The abductors have now hijacked his Facebook account to post new photos of his wife and daughter with weapons pointing at them. The Anglican Church has made repeated appeals for the immediate release of Sarah and her daughter. This case highlights escalating boldness of criminal gangs who now use social media to taunt families, even hijacking victims' accounts to share distressing images while continuing to hold them captive. This is the new trend we are seeing right now on social media. We saw the story of Venerable Archie who died. We mourned him right here on the table. And now these terrorists have released this footage.
Yeah. I don't know if I should blame the terrorists for their brazenness. When we have reports of rescue operations without any single arrest, then you can understand why we can see them become bolder, and even the things that they do not have or dare do would come on board and do this. And it's quite sad to see the effects of banditry, terrorism on lives and families. Since October 28th, this family have been in captivity. We talked about their father and husband being killed and how unfortunately terrible that was. But again, this is perhaps a wake-up call again and again to appropriate authorities to act on this. We don't want, yes, we love the rescues. We are grateful that rescues are happening. But beyond that, these perpetrators must be caught and brought to book. If not, they will continue to not just act in this manner, but also be very bold about it and almost a slap on the face of the government by these kind of videos that they do. The other part of it is also access to social media. We often talk about how everybody now has access to social media. They can talk, and that's why I don't blame Asari Dokubo as well. He has a device. He can come out and make statements that are not founded on truth or fact and just sit down and say things. I don't think we should pay much attention to him because he does not have any bona fide to speak on this matter. He's not from the area. He hasn't spoken to any people from the area. I wonder what his response to Congressman Riley would be, because you can bully the people in your country. And I think it's quite sad because I've said it again and again, that the Nigerian people, the Nigerian National Assembly, whether it's the House of Representatives or the Senate, ought to be taking the lead on this.
Correct.
They should be the ones going on fact-finding mission and going to the IDP camps, giving us. But I'm grateful that we had Honorable Ugo just a few minutes ago on the show, and at least someone from that region, Benue State, and he was speaking and he affirmed the fact that these people are being killed. These are the people that are being affected, and I've said it again. You cannot sit back in another region without any demonstrated efforts to speak to those who are affected and say, no, it's not happening, and turn a blind eye to it. We have said enough with the blame. We understand the issues. We've identified the issues. Can we now act on it? Right. The most important thing that can come out of this that has happened in the last few months is to see justice for the people who have continuously, without any support or help or response from previous administrations and governments, been killed and been forced away from their ancestral homes. Right. That's what we want to see. We want to see seriousness with regards to fighting against terrorism and bandits and those who are deliberately killing a particular group of people in Benue State, in Plateau State. That's the call we're making for today. Right. And to even say that, according to Riley Moore, 600,000 people IDP camp. Christians, sorry. According to Honorable Ugo, there are more. There are also, according to the government, it's about 1 million. Yeah. And these people have been left unheard, unattended to for so long. And it took an American fact-finding mission to tell us what is obvious to us, what the Nigerian government understands is the problem. That, for me, is one of the biggest problems. We must act, and we must see a solution to this problem once and for all.
Well
That's
said,
what we want.
I like the fact that you were able to tie in the fact that people have to be on ground before they make comments.